Hello everyone, I wanted to try something different today. I often share pictures of my finished colourings on my page, but I've never really taken the time to show you a little bit of the process behind the colouring. Now I've put a little video together showing the process that I go through to create a colouring for one of my books. Now this particular colouring that I'm going to show you today is for my upcoming third volume in my Carnival of Fear trilogy. This one's called The Keeper's Curse, and the cover has been created on the Critter drawing software. So I've created this little video. Here on Critter I've input the picture into the drawing software, and I'm creating the colour for the archway on the image. So first I add a layer of the base colour, which here I'm using a light brown. So I try and get as close to the lines as possible. If you do it on a layer below the line artwork, you won't actually disturb that line artwork. So I've used Critter for most of my books. I illustrate all of my colouring books with this software. I hope I'm saying the name right. And then I use the same drawing and add layers of colour to that drawing for the covers. I've already coloured the padlock and the gate using different shades of grey and silver, gold for the padlock, and I've started to create some of the green slime around the padlock, which I will also use again later on around the arch. It's coming to the end of the base colour now. So once I've done the base colour, I change to a slightly darker shade of brown, and I go over in a new layer over the top of that base brown, just slightly darker. So all the little cracks and the edges of the line, anywhere I think there'd be shade, that's where I'd add some of the darker brown. This won't be left like this. I will go in the next section onto a blending brush, which gives it a more 3D effect, makes it a little bit more realistic. This image was taken from my colouring book, Carnival of Fear. So if anybody did want to give this a try, I'd be happy to see if you share it on my page. Love to see your interpretations of this image. But I just thought it would make the perfect cover for the third volume of my trilogy. Now we're going to move on to the blending of the two colours. So we change the brush to a blending brush, and we just blend the two carefully together, slowly bring them together, and it creates this 3D effect. Increase the brush size for larger areas. slowly just keep blending the two colours together until we create this seamless 3D effect. Just try and make it as realistic as I can whilst adding to a cartoon image. And again, this is all still done below, on a layer below the line artwork, so I'm never going to disturb the lines. And I will add a third colour after this one, just to make certain areas even more highlighted and give it that extra 3D effect. It's all been trial and error. I've just tried to try different things out over the years, and I've taught myself how to try and make things look a bit more 3D. I've never been shown any of this by anybody. It's just a matter of picking different brushes and choosing colours and layering the colours up to try and create these 3D effects. And now we're going to move on to the brighter colour. Just plan where you want the highlights first. That's what I do. I just put them in the lighter areas, just quick brush strokes, as they'll be blended in the next stage. I think adding that extra lighter colour really adds to the 3D effect. When I started out colouring images like this, it was always two colours, but I think adding that extra colour really changes the image. So I just go back to the blending brush now and just lightly brush over those highlights. I don't want to completely get rid of the highlights. I want them to be seen through the darker shades, but it just really picks out those lighter colours. Makes it look like light is catching on the stones. I think it looks quite effective when the image is zoomed out for the final product. I will be sharing a completed image of this artwork when I've finished it on my page. And then once I've finished highlighting all these areas on the stones, I'll move on to the little slime patches on the brickwork. So I'd use the colour selector to choose a green that I've already used, go back to my brush, and then I'll start just on a lower layer, just start colouring in the green without having to worry about disturbing the colours I've just used. And then again I'll go to a darker shade of green, and I'll layer that over the top of the green I've just used, and then I'll blend those together just to give it some shade and some highlights and make it look a little bit more 3D. I just wanted to share this video with you today. I've never done anything like this. I used to just share the picture when it's finished, but I just wanted to give you guys a little behind the scenes video showing a little bit of my process, how I colour these images. There's only a small snippet of the entire art, but it would have been a very long video if I was to show it all. So I just wanted to give you an idea of how I go through the artwork, how I layer the colours up and shade. Just blend those colours together again, give them a 3D effect, bit of shadow. Just finished blending those colours together, and then this is how the process will continue for the rest of the image. And there we have the finished archway. Well, I hope you liked this video today, guys, so thank you for checking it out. It's been something different. The first 2 volumes of this trilogy are now available on Amazon, including the Baron's Wasteland and the Kraken's Labyrinth. I have released the Kindle today. It should be on Amazon really soon. So thank you for checking out this video, and I'll see you all soon.